Thank you, Madam Mayor. I have two questions. The first one is relationship to the CATS meeting. I have to say I was surprised there was only 20 turned up at the CATS meeting. Can somebody advise us exactly what actually happened in making sure that all of the residents in Funtley were aware that the CATS meeting was taking place? That's the first question. The second question is that a referendum hasn't been done, and I accept that it isn't binding if a referendum was done. Why was a consultation done rather than a referendum in the early stages? Because I think that's important, because with a referendum, well, you don't know. I mean, you could still get a 41% turnout, the same as you do with a consultation. But it is more, I think, better in a way. So I just want to get to grips to understand why that wasn't done.
Thank you very much. Right, I'm going to ask two people to answer those questions. One, Lee, and then our sister, please. So, Lee, would you like to go first?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. With regards to the CAT meeting, it was advertised through the normal channels that we use for a CAT meeting, which includes information on our website, information on local notice boards that are physically throughout the area in question. I believe in this particular, I'm going to look over to Jan, who's going to nod or deny, but I believe we actually wrote to all the households within Funtley, specifically to each household, to advise them of the date of the CAT meeting and the location for the Funtley CAT meeting. So every household had a letter specifically addressed to with regard to the CAT meeting. So our usual channels plus specific invites by letter. I believe that we also put notices in the local shop. And through the press. Yes, thank you.
And can I just clarify, the envelopes actually had the name and address on it, just didn't say the occupier or something like that. What I'm trying to get at is that people didn't think it was junk mail.
It was a letter that was enveloped.
Yeah, it was enveloped.
So it wasn't an obvious piece of junk mail.
A quick
Can I
one.
just have clarification on that? You made the comment that it was individually addressed. The officer said it was put in an envelope. I think it's a very important point. Was it just addressed to the occupier, or was it individually addressed?
I'm so sorry, I can't confirm either way. I think it was
No, it wasn't.
Excuse me, this is a formal council meeting. Would you please be quiet so the members can discuss in peace? Thank you.
Important to be correct as well. Thank you, Madam Mayor. Sorry, just to clarify, it was addressed to the property, but it was to the occupier, because we didn't use individual names. It was to the household. So it was addressed to the occupier, but it was to each individual property.
Thank you very much. And Sarita?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Members, I think the leader has actually explained quite appropriately the difference between a referendum, a vote and a consultation, so I'm not going to labour that point. What I would say to you is the process for carrying out a community governance review under the Local Government and Public Involvement in Health Act sets out a statutory requirement to conduct a consultation, not a referendum. A referendum would be a yes-no vote. It would not meet the legal requirements for a consultation. So although you could hold a statistical referendum, it would be advisory only, it would be non-binding, and you would still have to conduct a consultation. A consultation is carried out in order to gain individual comments, views and representations, and it is the quality and nature of the response and the opinions expressed by individuals that carry weight in a consultation, not any statistical breakdown of who responded, how many, etc., etc. Obviously that has a degree of material representation for members, but it is actually the comments, the quality and how they go towards the statutory tests that you're required to apply under the Act